Fortunately, I can't get my avatar to work right now. I don't know why. Okay. So, I suppose we'll just kind of get to doing what we were doing. There we go. Um, so yeah. Did some stuff. A lot of stuff. Oh, 1 minute. I'm just gonna take that down real quick. Oh, I knocked something over. Alright. Okay. There we go. Just had to clean out. So, yeah, I did a thing. I got a little bit, um, I did a little bit behind the scenes. But, yeah, if you watch the stream or watch the VOD, I was going to expand the larger area of the map, or well, I was going to make the map larger, and this is kind of how it ended up being. Um, I ended up not like, what's the word? I ended up doing a lot of like filling too, which is funny. But I guess I'll do a little bit more filling this stream, and then let's see. Where do I see that? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll do some train editing for about an hour to 2 hours if possible, and see if my computer will not try to die from lack of RAM. Alright. Oh, you know what? And also, while I was away messing with other things and trying to fix tracking, I also set up another thing. See if I can get it to work. Alright. And then it should be unmuted already. I've never messed with this before, but I'm hoping it works this time. Come on, come on. My RAM's not very happy about running another tab. Alright. Come on, come on. Oh, you know what I should do? I should definitely do that. Okay. Make sure my volume's not too high. Alright. And just like I said yesterday, I got a lovely little 100-song OST from Heartbound, the game I was talking about. Wonderful game. I'm gonna play the demo soon. I've watched a couple playthroughs here and there, and it looks totally my style. I love that style. Oh, bad. One second. I don't know why, but the ad skip didn't appear. Oh, wait, I do. My RAM. That was loud. Alright, there we go. It should be playing any second now. If I did it right. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Do I have it on shuffle? I think so. I do. I think so. Oh. That's not where I wanted that to go. But it's fine. Oh no. Where'd that go? I don't know what it is doing. Come on. I don't know, it's very unhappy right now. It doesn't want to play anything. Don't want anybody to sit in silence. Or have to listen to my weird sounds every now and then. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Turn that audio down a bit. Oh, yeah. If you can hear it, it is not happy. Should help if I minimize it. Or better yet, switch those. I wonder if it's my screen doing it. You know what? Let's try that. It was. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I think we fixed it. And my bitrate went back to normal too. Okay, sweet. Just test this real quick. Trying to make sure it's not like super loud. Oh, this is probably gonna be really annoying. Let me see. Properties. Okay, I can't hear it. That's good. Turn it up just a tad. Okay. Alright, so this stream we're just going to kind of fill in the gaps in between the little sectioned off areas. This is just a way I kind of like to break things down so I can digest them. Um, and we're going to basically outline where some of our like more prominent locations are going to be. Like, for instance, here's a good example. Oh, let me. I laid out these just like some cylindrical type terrain things here and there to show like where a valley could go that connects to the desert. And then when I get into like this area over here, I'm gonna add things like rivers and stuff that like get cut more into the area into the terrain to fit with the atmosphere of the cliff like area that's gonna go in between these two areas. And then I'll like go in much later and add like snow details and stuff. But for this stream, I'm just going to probably spend a lot of my time filling in all of this. And what else? We might do, and if we have enough time for like in between the 2 hours, I will go ahead and like do some like mountains and stuff. Just show you how I throw those down real quick. Believe me, if you've seen these mountains, they're not the best mountains. Let's see if I can get over here. Okay. Now, like, this is my best attempt at a mountain right here. And I feel like I could do a lot better. Kind of remove the textures. That's why this kind of looks weird. But yeah, something something along the height of this more, and you can tell like over time, like this was my first attempt at like making better mountains in like a smaller environment. Funny thing is like this mountain here has been moved like 3 times backwards just to make room for this right here. And then even between and then and now, I had to like go in and like fill in these areas and stuff with like newer terrain bits because there's like empty spot here in the water that didn't look very well, and even that doing that kind of goofed up this area. So a lot of this is gonna get changed too. Not right now, but once I finish with this stream, which is gonna be mostly just expanding this stuff and what was it? Doing the mountains maybe if we have enough time. Next stream, I will try to do like more detailed stuff like I did over here with the mountains and kind of went ham. Uh, Ignore these, but go real ham with the mountains and get them like scaled up, and then add like what would I call it? Like sticky meshes that will go on top of those that make the mountains look even more detailed. And I'll be doing those probably in like Blender to make them look real nice and natural. And I I'll do the Blender stream first because you get to watch me fumble Blender horribly, and that'll be probably great. And and then I'll do another stream in Roblox for showing how I'm going to like put those around on the mountains and stuff, and making them look more natural in the environment. A lovely little thing is Roblox added not I think it was like maybe a month ago a feature that lets you rescale 3D meshes really well. Before it was oof, nasty. It wasn't a pretty sight to watch like meshes stretch the way they did back in like 2006 and shit. But back to the main thing we're doing today. Oh, one sec. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit with ads a lot. I don't have a premium account. But back to where I was. Uh, just gonna be filling in stuff today, and then doing little bits of mountains. That's what's on the to-do list. Go to top and music. There it is. All right. If you can't tell, I'm getting like extremely sidetracked. I'm gonna rescale that. This about. mm, How big was I going? Yeah. If you can't tell, I've had to like readjust the size of this a couple times while doing this, while I was goofing around. That's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about that. That gets covered up later. But if you can't tell, I've had to resize this a couple times because Roblox doesn't save the preset information when you leave or save your projects and stuff. So if you're not careful and you don't pay attention, you might like be way off from the mark. All right. And a good example of that is whether or not I'm actually on the right plane. I don't think I am. And just adjust the plane down, press shift. Yes, I literally talked about this while shift right. Literally talked about this while I was in my comments section. Just realized after going over my VOD that that there was a freaking down here. There's a tiny little thing that pops up that tells you what your hotkeys are. That is completely new to me. All right, so we should be at like 5, I think. And then we want to go top right. Yeah, there we go. See? I know what I'm doing. Maybe. Oh, this is a very pleasant song. I'm gonna move something real quick. Oh no, my music stopped. Um, I just wanted to pull my chat out so if anybody says anything, I can see it. You gotta hang out in my properties tab. Let me see if I can set this to appear on top always. Trying to remember how you do that. Oh, old dog's boofing. Sorry about that. It muted the music and I didn't even notice. Yeah, 1 second. I'll be right back. Ooh, came back in a new song. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, right. I was gonna adjust that so it's on top. 1 sec. What would that be under? I think it'd be considered a Chrome tab, wouldn't it? Wait a minute. How would I do that? I don't remember. I think since it's a Chrome tab, I won't be able to do that because it'll bring the Chrome to the top automatically. Anyway, that's fine. Figure it out later. Oh, whoops. There we go. It was kind of silly. All right, back to where we were. I wonder how hard it would be to make a plugin that lets you embed Twitch chat. It'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it? Just adjust real quick. There we go. Oh no, just realized something. Yep. I did it again. That's fine. Um, let's just. What was I wanting to do? Oh yeah, right. Adjust the size to like 40. Oh yeah. If you are doing, here's a little tip here. If you are doing like large scale terrain stuff like this, be careful of weird little holes that might appear because I've noticed that when you're using like what's a lower performing computer like mine, sometimes it won't render in things from like further away. So if you're like doing drawing like this and you're doing it on like a larger scale, sometimes you'll get like tiny little holes like this that'll appear and you won't see them. See? So you have to be very careful and go over your work once or twice. And if you don't, you'll end up with holes like this inside of your map. Like when you go to grow things or not grow things, sculpt things and change the shape of them more, these will get stuck inside of your map and you'll have these tiny little holes and as I think they cause lag if you're not careful because at one point I had the map like really big and I cut a little section off if you saw it on there which was causing a small bit of lag because it had a ton of little holes in it and I would think it's because of like the amount of vertices that are in a weird angle that or something like that but I'm not going to say what it is until I know. If you can't tell, without the model on right now, it's a lot easier to do all this. I think my model might have been taking up a large percentage of my RAM. It's fine. Yeah, see, there's another one like right there. Barely see it. Ooh, what is this song? Hold up. I have to go investigate. Sounds really interesting. It's called You Don't Belong Here. Ooh. It kind of sounds like that, doesn't it? It's very foreboding. Okay, there we go. See this? I just do these like small sections because it's easier to digest, and by that I mean like instead of going and like just doing like you're going out here and just like doing that. It makes it a little bit more easy on my brain when I'm managing like multiple different processes and stuff, and I don't get like sidetracked like I'm doing right now on small details. So I kind of try to just look at what I can get done that's like much bigger or something that can be done quicker than like other things. And that's kind of just my creative process right now. So right now, I'm just going to get it out of the way and finish this full scale of what my game's map is going to be so that people can get their hands on it and look around and see what's going to be in the world and how big the world scale is going to be or how it's going to feel. I don't want it to feel small like it did before. It kind of felt a little bit like what's the word I'm looking for here? It kind of felt like everything was being crammed into one tiny little space. If that makes any sense. Now I'm more focused on like a larger scale perspective of like get this done and then once this is done I can move on to a different type of thing like for instance Blender. Like I can move on to learning more about Blender and learning to do more things in Blender, which is very useful. And all that talking, I managed to finish this entire desert. It's a little bit like a nugget. Hmm. But anyway, we'll end up putting, you know what? We can do that now, I guess. I'm just going to turn off plane. We're going to set this back to center, I think? No, bottom. And then we're just going to mess with the height of things a little bit here. There we go. Oh, I love kalimba. It almost sounds like a similar to. Oh no, wait, that's not a kalimba. That's a xylophone, isn't it? Ooh, really nice violin. All right, so let me think here. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll do this first. I'm going to add a lot more textures later. Like, oh, Lord, I forgot about that. I'm going to add a lot more textures later, for different like materials and stuff to make it look a little bit less like default Roblox ugliness. And I'm using, I think I'm using the, what was it? Let me see. Beta features. Yes, I have every single beta feature on for some reason. Don't ask why. Other than like two. Uh, don't think it's in here. No. Also add. Oh dear. There we go. Let me just fiddle with some stuff real quick and change another setting. My bitrate isn't happy. Set that to auto. There we go. Alright, now it should be a little bit better. I think. Oh wait, no. Other tab's unhappy. There we go. Alright. Little funky fumbling tabs with like 8 gigabytes of memory. If you can't tell, audio distortion. I'm just gonna be a little bit, not spicy, but random here. For lack of a better word, my first thought was spicy. Now, I don't want this to feel like it's just a sheer drop off the side, so I'm probably gonna add like small little like ridges and mountains and stuff. But I'm not gonna like what's the word? Fishbowl the whole island. I want to avoid fishbowling the entire island. Um so that there's like there's kind of like strategic points, yes, where you can go off of an island and what's the word? There's like in between points where there's like a mountain, for instance. Hold on. In fact, I'm just gonna like let's say there's a mountain here on the edge of the island, and it kind of just stretches from here to here. This is a strategic point that is useful for players to like get out of or leave the island without like what's the word without special abilities or special flying vehicles. The only like for instance, when things like flying ships come along, and if I can get them to work the way I want them to, where they kind of float on clouds, I'm going to make strategic points like this all over the island between like the mountain crests and stuff that go all the way around, kind of like a fishbowl. And these strategic points are going to be the points where airships will like dock. Like if you want to go to a different island, this is probably gonna be like the one place people are gonna. For instance, the in the early game, most people are going to be concerned with valleys being their most trade like most protected trade routes, and then it's going to evolve into this is going to be the most protected trade protected trade route, hopefully. Okay, let me see something real quick. Funny yoink something again so I can see it. And I don't have to change tabs. There we go. Oop, where'd it go? Come on, come on, come on. Hmm. Okay, that's working now. Ooh. But yeah, these like late game when people start getting into like building bigger like party ships and larger sailing vessels and stuff. Ooh, this one's good. This is like some arcade style music. Oof, that's very ugly. But yeah, um, getting sidetracked again. These are gonna be the main like what would you call it, like lower end tech travel method here, and people will see those as like as a thing in the world, and they'll like pass them and be like, oh, what the heck is this? What is this odd formation of rock that just leads off into nowhere? Thinking, oh, it's a good idea, maybe we should just jump off of it or something. Totally didn't get that idea from like Dark Souls games. Okay. Couldn't really stop that one. Oh my god, this one's oh my god. It's a lot like the other one, but it's kind of goofier. This one's more circusy. Let's avoid making the previous mistake we did last time, and just that down to like third 20. There we go. Oh hey, there we go. But yeah, back to where I was. Those are gonna be like the where is that? Those are gonna be like the strategic locations for like lower end tech and stuff. And the they won't really have a use until much later, but I will give a little teaser. There will be a mount that can actually access that same dock later. I'm not going to go into like full details about the mount though yet. And the mounts in this game are very unique, and in the sense that there's like two different types of mounts you can get. And if you've read any manhwa, you should probably know what I'm talking about when I say there are two different types of mounts. Let's hope that excites you. Alright. Okay. Where are we at now? Let's go finish this part over here, and then we'll throw a couple markers down, and then where are we? Let me check how much time we've been talking and babbling for. 30 minutes. Okay. So I guess the next 30 minutes will be mostly just fill in work. Limestone? Oh, and if you're wondering how I got this limestone to change this color, you can in the where is it? I think it was in edit, right? No. Where is it? Materials, services. You can actually go in here and edit individual materials and change them to variants. I kind of just decided to change the entire gradient of it to match something more similar to like an Asian region, because they have more of like a red limestone, which is kind of interesting. But it helps a lot, like if you want to make your game look a lot more like a specific region of the world, is if you change a good thing to do is go research those specific regions and check what their actual like rocks and stuff look like, For instance, where I live, clay is less often colored white than it's colored more red because we have a lot of iron oxides in our clay. So a lot of times if you do see clay, it's going to be red, not white, unless it's by like a river or something, which is common in most regions. But the only reason we have it more in our region is because it's like volcanic activity or something. This the song kind of reminds me of like what was it? Luigi's Mansion. Oh, got a message. One sec. I have no clue what that is. I will be right back. I gotta go eat. This probably won't take long. I already ate earlier a little bit. I lied. It might be longer.